Canada! There you are. I'm wondering where you've been all winter. Well, I'm probably not going to be doing any game pickups today. Probably best to just stay inside. I had to work this morning. That's why I'm in the car at all. This is nasty stuff. I gotta take it nice and steady. I got my winter tires on, but I can feel my car sliding around. I like driving standard. Helps in times like this.
Hi, I'm B-Rad, and welcome to the B-Rad video show. Today I want to show you guys something really cool. I'm into portable gaming. I love gaming on the go whenever possible. I usually bring a portable gaming system with me. I love my Nintendo 3DS, I love my Game Boys, but one of my favorite consoles ever for portable gaming was the Sony PSP. I do like the Vita as well. I might talk about that a little bit later, but PSP just had an awesome library, and I really loved it. So anyway, I'm going to show you guys my PSP collection, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. This is one of my favorite collections of games that I have, and why don't we get started? Okay, first of all, I'll show you a couple of PSPs that I have. This is one of the first ones. This is actually, I have an older one. It's just like this one. This one I found at a thrift store. It's in very, very good condition, so I'm keeping this around for when my original one, just like this, eventually dies out. My other one's a lot more beat up looking, because I've used it a lot. The analog nub here, which you can see it has grip on it, mine is completely worn away on the one that I use all the time. It's smooth, perfectly smooth. It's hilarious. Okay. This is the PSP 3000. It's the silver one, and the reason I picked this up is because you can hook it up to your TV and play on TV. I don't play PSP on TV a lot, but there was a few games that I played. My girlfriend and I like the Metal Gear series, so I played some of the PSP games that came out, like the Metal Gear PSP games on TV, and that way she could check some of them out too, and it was a lot of fun. It's pretty cool that you could hook it up to the TV, but not a feature I used often. I still have my original box, the inserts and everything in it. I still have my original PSP. That's the thrift store one I showed you. My other one's a little beat up, but I still got my box, and I got a nice new one to go in there. This is the PSP headset. Yeah, it's got two foam pieces. It's got a mouthpiece on one of them, right there. And plugs into your PSP, and it was for a headset for like online gaming, although I hardly ever used it. It's too bad. It was kind of neat. These are the cables you need to hook your PSP up to a television set. If you're using the PSP 3000, it is. The original one won't do that. Okay, here's the box I have for the PSP 3000. Here's something else that I picked up when I got my PSP. iSound PSP Pro Experience speaker system. It was pretty cool, but again, I hardly ever used it. PSP had this feature where you could use or watch movies and stuff, or listen to music, and I hardly ever used those features. I mostly just played games on it, so still got it and everything, but I never really used it much, to be honest. What did I buy a PSP for? I bought it for games, and that I used it for a lot. Like I said, the nub on my original one is worn completely smooth. Here's some of the games I got, and I'm going to show you what I got here. Alright, first of all, I got some UMD movies. Not very many of them, because I didn't really watch movies on it. The first few I bought were like the only ones I ended up buying because I didn't use them that often. But I got some cool movies I liked at the time anyway. This is Dawn of the Dead, the 2004 edition. I really like this movie. It's super highly intense and quite enjoyable if you like zombie movies. Alright, the original Blade. Love that one. Probably my favorite out of the three that came out. This is a Beavis and Butthead, the Mike Judge Collection, Volume 1. I used to love Beavis and Butthead in the 90s, and so I watched some of this, but I didn't watch the whole thing. I've seen them all so many times. Got a Family Guy one. This one I picked up from somebody really cheap, and it's like a greatest hits kind of collection of early episodes. Here is Pride Fighting Championships Hardcore Knockouts. It's pretty cool. It's got Rampage Jackson on it, Vanderlei Silva, Mirko Cro Cop. Some pretty good knockouts on this one. And I got a National Treasure. That came with the Ratchet and Clank set. Okay, now let's get down to the games. This is why I bought a PSP, and I played a lot. I beat almost every single one of these games on it, and let's see what we got. All right, first of all, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Fantastic game. It's the same city from Grand Theft Auto 3 on the PS2, but they add motorcycles into it, and had a new story, and it was a fantastic game. Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, another great Grand Theft Auto exclusive to PSP. I think they actually released them on PS2, but this is how I played them, and they were great. I loved playing this multiplayer with some of my buddies at work. I'm not going to talk about all of these games too much because I got quite a few. I'm just going to show them to you, but if I have anything I want to say about them, then I will. Here's Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. Originally came out on the Nintendo DS, but I didn't have one at the time, so I got the PSP version when it came out, and I enjoyed this game a lot. It was actually quite a lot of fun. Okay, this is Manhunt 2. I have not played this game yet. I played and finished the original Manhunt on PS2, and that game was really sadistic and crazy, but I haven't played this one yet. Alright, Star Wars Battlefront 2. I finished this. I finished it on PS2. Really fun game. I loved it. You know, it's got, you can select Jedis only or Force characters only and just go crazy on a map. It's so much fun. Alright, this is a Star Wars Battlefront Renegade Squadron. This one I haven't actually played. I think I've played like a demo of it before it was released, and I thought it was cool because you can go right from the land up into outer space, where before there, I think like space battles and the land ones were separate. Now you can go in during battle quickly up into space, which was a pretty neat feature at the time. Alright, this is Resistance Retribution. I like this game a lot. I believe it was made by the same company that did the Siphon Filter games for PSP, and the game mechanics can tell you that because it's very similar. It's a fantastic Resistance game. I really enjoyed this one. I like the Resistance series a lot, so this one was a fun game. Alright, here's Medal of Honor Heroes 2. I played a lot of the Medal of Honor's game, but I never actually played this one. I just picked it up in a bundle one time and haven't got around to it yet. Here is SOCOM US Navy SEALs Fireteam Bravo. I love the SOCOM series on PS2 and PS3, whatever SOCOMs came out. I played pretty much all of them. Here's Fireteam Bravo. Great game. Here's SOCOM Fireteam Bravo 2. Upgraded graphics, updated game mechanics. It was a much better improvement, a cool game. And here is SOCOM Fireteam Bravo 3. Now this one was great. This one felt like you're playing like the originals on PS2. You could play cooperative up to 4-player teams instead of just like the original Fireteam Bravo games were a squad of 2, where the PS2 versions were a squad of 4. And this one you were a squad of 4 again. Felt a lot more like the original ones, but with upgraded game mechanics and stuff. By this time, Call of Duty had come out, so you got like the grenade indicator and stuff added in the game, which is actually kind of a neat feature. I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan, but I don't mind the grenade indicator. It is quite useful. Hi. You're not supposed to be in the video. Okay. I got Tony Hawk's Underground Remix 2. This is one of my favorite Tony Hawks I ever played. I loved it. I loved the opening intro with the Doors Break On Through video. That was great. It's got Metallica in the soundtrack. I really liked this game. It was awesome. I loved how the slow motion stuff and how it had like a cool story mode in it. Really fun game. This is the first game I got for my PSP when I first got it, and I enjoyed it a lot. Here's Bomberman Land. I've honestly never really played the single-player campaign. I've only played the multiplayer. You can play just with this one game, the one UMD. You can link up with other PSP players, and I think play up to 4 players, and play Bomberman. You guys know what Bomberman is. If you don't, I recommend you look it up. You get to play the regular standard like multiplayer Bomberman mode with just one UMD, which is great. Not everybody needs to buy their own copy. Tiger Woods PGA Tour. This is the first one that came out for PSP. I played it a lot when I first got it. I remember standing in lineups at Canada's Wonderland and just golfing until I got to the roller coasters. And man, did time go faster that way. Soul Calibur Broken Destiny. This one was given to me because it has Kratos in it. I like Kratos a lot. I got the God of War shirt on here. Anyway, I haven't actually... I played it a bit, to be honest with you. I played this one a bit, but I'm not into the Soul Calibur series as much. I like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter and stuff, and the game mechanics seem weird to me in this. Maybe it's just because I haven't really given it enough time to figure out the mechanics, but from what I know, this series is popular. They made tons of them, and they always have cool special characters like Kratos or Spawn or Link in some of the other editions that have come out, so maybe I should start trying them out more. Alright, here's God of War Chains of Olympus. This is actually the first God of War I ever played. After I played this, I bought God of War 1 and 2, and then I've played them all since then, except for the very newest one that's out. But this is the one that started for me. I thought this was amazing. I saw a buddy of mine who had PSP, and he was playing this, and I was like, man, the graphics on this look amazing. So I went out and picked it up and fell in love with God of War. Alright, this is 300. And I have not, I have played this game, but just not very much. I was playing it with a friend of mine, just trying to show him the game a bit, and it is fun, but I haven't gotten very far into it. I've definitely got to spend more time on it. Alright, this is Metal Gear Acid. This is the first Metal Gear game that came out for PSP. It's one of the reasons why I got a PSP, because I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. And it is still a stealth operation. It's not canon with the Metal Gear Solid series, but it's still an interesting story. And but instead of controlling Snake yourself, you are dealt like a hand of cards, and it's like a card game. You can get cards, trade cards, even with other players if you get a chance, and you control all your movements with cards. And it's a pretty neat game. You can buy like card packs and stuff in the game to add to your deck and get more moves and different options and stuff. And it was a pretty neat game. Okay. This is Metal Gear Acid Squared, and it was a lot like the other one, but it really ramped up the graphics, and it also the game was more easy and more fluid to play, worked out some of the bugs from the original one. It also comes with this cool thing that I have on the inside of the case where you could put it on your PSP and see the game in 3D, which is kind of a neat little feature that it had. Alright, here I got Dead to Rights Reckoning. I like the Dead to Rights series. This is a really cool game, and I enjoy it quite a bit. Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. This is a great game. I wish they released this on, I guess, PS2 or even PS3, because the graphics and the cinemas are awesome. It would have been a great game to play on a big screen. I can with the PSP 3000, but still not the same as being able to play it on a major console. Really be great to be ported. Untold Legends of Brotherhood of the Blade. It's like an RPG. At the time, it reminded me of, I had similar characteristics of games like World of Warcraft and stuff, just not nearly as big. But it's pretty cool for a handheld game, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. Okay, this is Killzone Liberation. This is actually the first Killzone game I ever played, and it's nothing like any other ones. The other ones are all first-person shooters, and this one is like an over-the-top, like isometric kind of view. And I enjoyed it a lot. It's still a lot of fun, but it's nothing like the other ones. Alright, here's Field Commander. I like this game a lot. I like games like Axis and Allies and Risk and stuff, and this is like a PSP version of that kind of stuff, so I like it a lot. You get air units, sea units, land units, stealth units. It's got a massive campaign, and it has a map editor, and you can make your own maps, which is great. Here's Burnout Legends. Now, I've not played this one yet. I played other Burnout games, specifically Burnout 3 and Burnout Paradise, but this one I haven't played, but it was very cheap, so I picked it up, and I'll get to it one day. Here I got a dual pack, which is kind of cool. This one was given to me. It's got MotorStorm Arctic Edge inside there. It's also got Twisted Metal Head On. Now I have played MotorStorm Arctic Edge. I beat most of the game, I think, until I got to the insane tracks. And Twisted Metal Head On I have not played. I like Twisted Metal on PS1, but I wasn't a big fan of the one that came out for PS2, and so I haven't tried the PSP one yet. Anyway, still a cool little dual pack of games. Alright. Here I got Metal Gear Portable Ops, and this was the first Metal Gear that was like a full-fledged Metal Gear game where you can play it properly without using a deck of cards to control your character. It had a lot of characters from Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater in it, and it kind of continued the story after that, and I enjoyed this and played it at least 3 times. It was fantastic, probably 4. Okay. Metal Gear Peace Walker. This is awesome. This might be one of my favorite Metal Gear games that ever came out ever. It's a lot like the one that I just showed you, except everything is just bigger and better and way more in depth, and a lot of the stuff in this game got carried over into the Metal Gear Peace Walker, especially all the team building and stuff. And the Fulton system. Alright, here is Siphon Filter Dark Mirror, and this is an awesome Siphon Filter game. I really enjoyed it. The PS1 ones were fantastic. Omega Strain for PS2 was horrible. It's probably the only one I didn't like. This was great. Great game. Here is Siphon Filter Logan Shadow. This is the second one for PSP, and it's like the first one, just more awesomeness. I liked it a lot. I don't know which one I like better. I think I might have liked the first one a little bit better. I think this one had like underwater missions or something, which I wasn't a big fan of, but the game was still a lot of fun anyway. Maybe it was the other way around. Maybe it was the first one that underwater missions. I can't remember now. Rainbow Six Vegas. Me and my buddy both bought this game so we could play it together, and we did play it together, and we both decided we don't like it, but I still have it. Bad portable version. Splinter Cell Essentials. This is kind of like a greatest hits of the first 3 Splinter Cell games. I did enjoy playing this game, but the controls are quite difficult playing it on PSP. You had to press one of the buttons to swap your button set. That way you could control the camera with your buttons as acting like a second analog almost, but then you had to press, I think, down on the directional pad to switch to action buttons, and man, is that tricky when you're under pressure. Especially, you know, Splinter Cell, you ever play that? Man, imagine getting seen, all of a sudden you got to run around and shoot, and you're trying to manage your camera, or you're trying to manage your camera, but then you start shooting stuff. Oh. Okay, well, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave some comments. What's your favorite portable system? I love PSP. I mean, I love Vita as well. I love my Vita. It's great. I play it as often as I can. Because I'm a PlayStation Plus subscriber, I do play quite a bit of stuff on it, but I don't have a lot of physical games for it, which is too bad. It's not that there's not physical games out there for it, but there's not nearly as many as there are for other consoles. They came out with some good games near the beginning, but then it kind of died off. Now mostly it's JRPGs that come out, and I used to play those a lot, but just not so much anymore. I like the older classic ones, that like the Square ones, like from SNES days. Games like Persona and stuff, they seem really popular, but it looks almost like a dating sim or something like that to me, and that's not exactly what I'm looking for in an RPG, so... Anyway, anyone knows any great RPGs or any other great games for PS Vita, please let me know, because I do love my Vita and I play it quite a bit. I love playing Duke Nukem Megaton Meltdown. I've finished it many times. Great game. And the Shantae Half Genie Hero. Great game on Vita. Anyway, please like, please subscribe if you haven't already, and then tap that bell icon to get more updates of the B-Rad video show. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys next time.